if it's me or Israel Adesanya just been getting fucked up lately. But today we about to react to the Israel Adesanya nightmare that's never over. So far, bro, him losing to Sean Strickland blew my fucking mind. So let's just see what the fighting business got to say about this man today.
At the conclusion of UFC 281, I made a video, as I often do after a big event, and titled it Israel Adesanya's Worst Nightmare Turned into Reality, because that is exactly what happened.
Facts.
A Brazilian Terminator followed Israel all the way to the top of the UFC and knocked him out, just like he did before.
Chama Brasil!
Of course, Israel won the rematch and regained the title at UFC 287.
Then lost it again to my man Sean Strickland.
So I made another video detailing how the champion overcame his worst nightmare because, let's be honest, the guy deserved it. 3 losses to 1 guy, and he still went out to compete and ended up winning.
He slayed a giant, you know, not only in the physical tense, but a giant in his mind. You know, this guy had 3 wins over him, had just knocked him out, took his title. He came out here, reclaimed the title, got back on the throne, and dude, he's the true champion.
That should have been the end, but here we are. Welcome to part 3, because the misery continues.
I had a different plan for this.
What he did at the press conference was the most bitchiest shit in the world, bro. My man said, I'm gonna let my coach take over. Like, are you serious, bro?
But again, life throws curveballs. Win or lose, I wasn't gonna say much anyway, but right now, I lost tonight to the better man on the night.
The past few years have been tough for Israel Adesanya, and with UFC 293 in the books, the former champion might be at rock bottom.
I wanna go chill, have some breakfast, build my family, and yeah, till next time.
Watch how he gets up this big excuse like, I just needed a break. I needed this, bro. Should have been took a break. Should have let that break. You feel me? Should have like Alex. No, I ain't even say too much, but for real, you should like Alex Pereira should have just kept that belt for a little bit, then fought it. But you know, people want their belt back fast and quick. See what happened to Kamaru Usman, right?
This is not a downfall video, as Adesanya likely beats every other middleweight on the roster, but let's mark this as a cautionary tale. UFC 293 should have been a homecoming, coronation, a triumph, but it ended up being yet another nightmare.
You're rushing too much.
Fighting business is one of my favorite new channels going right now.
The fight-ending sequence of the main event of UFC 287 ranks amongst the most hyped exchanges in recent history. You had the victim covering up against the cage while Alex Pereira looked for a finish, but out of nowhere, a right hand stunned the defending champion, and the second one knocked Boatan unconscious. After 3 attempts, Israel had finally done it, and that celebration, 3 arrows to the fallen champion, was just pure spectacle. After months of being vilified and doubted, Israel silenced every critic of his because he had done the impossible. And well done to him. He was the biggest thing in the MMA world on that night, and the week after, this victory was supposed to propel him to even greater heights. He had defeated his boogeyman.
Down 3-0, and to beat this man like this, I think you can argue it as one of the biggest wins in UFC history.
And with Alex out of the division, Adesanya would continue to rule 185 with an iron fist.
What's up, brother? Congrats!
More importantly, after such an inspiring rebound and a powerful post-fight interview, Israel became a fan favorite. He was a pretty polarizing dude before, but how could you not root for him after a victory like that?
I hope every one of you can feel this level of happiness just one time in your life. But I'm blessed to be able to feel this again and again and again and again and again.
Redeemed, humbled, and on track to greatness, Israel was indeed on top of the MMA world. This was a fresh start for the newly 2-time middleweight champion, and fans were excited. But right after his monumental victory,
who the fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck I am, who the fuck Kamaru is, who the
Real shit.
fuck Ngannou is? I'm like, are you dumb?
yeah, bad start. Adesanya started a rivalry with Dricus du Plessis immediately after UFC 287, and fans were not too pleased. But this little interview was nothing compared to what happened in the octagon at UFC 290. On that night, Dricus defeated Robert Whittaker and secured himself a championship match, and as per tradition, the champion entered the cage, probably a bit drunk, and then this happened.
What's up? I'm African, but I ain't no brother of yours.
I'm African, but I'm no brother of yours, son.
drunk, and then this happened.
What's up?
I'm African, but I ain't no brother of yours, son.
My let's go. You my real. Do a 26andMe DNA test. It'll tell you where you're from. I will show you where you're from.
Israel was now the company's biggest heel.
I ain't even gonna lie. That was some real nigga shit. That's some realest shit I seen Izzy doing in a long time.
It'll tell you where you're from. I will show you where you're from.
Nigeria kicked him. Y'all heard that?
Real. Do a 26andMe DNA test. It'll tell you where you're from. I will show you where you're from.
Israel was now the company's biggest heel, and this interaction was so bad, so cringe that the entire fandom turned on the champion, and DDP just walked away from the confrontation. In a span of a few months, Adesanya had botched it all up, and when Dricus, the rightful contender, declined a quick turnaround for UFC 293, Israel and his coach decided to play armchair matchmaker.
I'm fighting in Sydney. I don't give a who. Dickless, the pussy. Dickless. Off. You're out. Strickland, you're in. Let's do
He should have never said that.
the man dance. Show you how to really dance.
Regardless, UFC 293 needed a main event, and with Dricus on the sidelines, the company chose Sean Strickland as the next contender.
It's happening.
People really doubted my mans, bro. Like, I knew for a fact, and I've always told myself, Sean Strickland would beat Israel Adesanya ass. You feel what I'm saying? I always been saying that. You feel me? He can't beat Alex Pereira, but Izzy can't beat Alex Pereira. It took him 3 times, almost years, just to beat this motherfucker.
I'm gonna do it for the Aussies. I'm gonna do it for America. We're gonna go try to kill that fucking man.
On paper, this was a gift matchup for Israel, and the only reason to tune into Fight Week was to watch Strickland raise hell on the microphone. Tarzan did not disappoint and only exceeded expectations, opening up topics that made Joe Rogan uncomfortable.
I wanted to fucking kill someone so bad as a kid. I'd walk around with a fucking knife just hoping I'd fucking, just like, fuck, I still want to kill somebody. It just would make me feel good, you know? I just fucking I fucking love it.
The fan base found an underdog to root for, and the disdain continued for Adesanya.
I want to go in there and I want to win that belt for you guys. And I want to bring some pride back to the middleweight division. No more painted fucking nails, no more dog collars. Or fucking you guys. Let's fucking go.
But we all thought we knew where this was heading. No matter how much Strickland talked and emasculated Israel in promos, all the talks of dogs and Chinese champion was going to be hogwash, as long as Adesanya did what most expected him to do, style in the short notice challenger,
Hey, yo, bro, stop glitching out like that.
and define the narrative, as winners often do. The champion was booed out of the building during the press conference, the weigh-in, and the actual fights, but it was all right. All Israel had to do was win. God forbid, if Strickland pulled off the upset, the unthinkable happened. In the very first round, Strickland, who had a reputation for pillow hands, knocked the champion down. Maybe it was a lucky shot the champ did not see coming.
Nope, it was right on the money. He missed that crazy ass hook he always trying to do. My man's ducked it.
But over the next 4 rounds, Sean dominated the striking exchanges and did not shoot a single takedown. Bruised and rattled, Israel looked lost, and in the 5th round, Strickland demanded a fight, and Israel, who always had something to say, had nothing.
That is fucking crazy. There's one round where Izzy might have won. Might have, but I don't think he did.
Every judge got it right. It was 4 rounds to 1, and he beat one of the greatest middleweights of all time. It's just it really is mixed martial arts, and it's the best.
The second reign of Israel Adesanya was pretty quick, and it was brought to a close by someone you never expected, and someone you never wanted to lose to. I said it before, if you lose to Sean Strickland, kiss your career goodbye. And holy shit, it actually happened. In some ways, no, in every way, this was worse than UFC 281. Back then, Israel had fan support, and he was up against the championship kickboxer, his kryptonite.
It is what it is, but I'm still here.
Leaving.
Israel manufactured UFC 293 all on his own, from the rivalry with Dricus to his interactions with Sean Strickland. And I don't know, maybe he was selling a fight, but he painted himself as the villain and set himself up for a fall. Fans were hoping, praying for an upset, and when it came time to perform and shut them all up, Adesanya could not perform.
I still can't quite wrap my head around it, you guys. I thought it'd be a lot harder.
This time around, Israel brought this upon himself, and I wonder, will this series see part 4? Will the former champion redeem himself in a rematch down the line, or is this the end? Time will tell, but I gotta bounce. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Peace out.
That's some real shit. Is it over? Or is he gonna get that rematch? Me personally, I feel like nah, bro. You shouldn't even take that shit. Let him fight who he got to fight, and then take your little rest, take your little break, get your body right, and fuck these motherfuckers up. But Sean Strickland is not an easy person to beat, so